Bill Covington, Doug Shouse, Kip Kissinger, the officials in tonight's game. Now Josh Okogie. Abdoulaye Gay on the inside. Gets the soft touch. And
just talk to us about how important it was to get back and build that wall and not allow either of these teams to get it done in transition. But A.D. Gay is getting it done in the post early in this game.
Brandon Alston, the graduate transfer from Lehigh, connects from three, and a 7-0 run by Georgia Tech. He was working on his post moves quite a bit during shoot-around today. Long three by Gabe DeVoe, and Clemson is on the board.
On Tuesday night, so Gabe DeVoe, the only senior out there getting heavy minutes for Clemson. Think about the fact that he's not only becoming a piece, but a go-to scorer on the post. So much so to where he's getting the opportunities time and time again down the floor.
Who began his career with Vanderbilt. DeVoe, heat check. Oh, he's got it!
Early in this game from the bonus field.
That early timeout by Brad Brownell worked as Okogie hits the turnaround. Ankle, there were a number of other players in and out of the lineup, and it wasn't until around Christmas time that Josh Pastner could practice with his full roster. Here is DeVoe. He's got all 9 Clemson points. Drops it off. Elijah Thomas blocked by Gay. Last touch, Thomas.
Clemson, if you don't win the ACC tournament, what is it? Why do you think that this team is still going to be an NCAA tournament team?
Because we have such huge pieces to our team.
Have you been telling Amir Sims?
Just to believe in himself, you know, and if you got any questions, ask the guys on the court. And like I tell everybody, this offseason, Coach Barnell really stressed about defense with our team. We know we got a lot of talented scorers in our team.
Lammers come in with the offensive rebound. Now, you're the leading rebounder on this team.
Good shot, Shelly.
There you go. Now, this is what he does in shoot-around all day. He needs to step up on the glass to help this team out.
You know what? I think the guards really need to step up. Marquise Reed and Gabe DeVoe. You know, this year they've been big on the glass.
Part of the reason why all of Clemson's baskets are three-pointers is because of the Georgia Tech zone. But A.D. Gay continues to go to work in the post. Improves that much, especially throughout the season.
And he can get his offense without you having to create for him as Shelton Mitchell hits the three.
Going to get all these opportunities in the post, because I'm sure he did.
Okogie fighting through traffic. Backed up, battled for the rebound, and it comes to Scott Spencer.
And give Clemson credit for continuing to play on that possession where many people would think that's out of bounds. Opportunity to put some second chance points on the board, and successful in doing so.
Elijah Thomas on cleanup. Todrick Jackson driving on Thomas.
Points versus Florida State, finding his way to the rim, where he truly excels, especially in ACC play, shooting over 50%.
And meanwhile, Kevin Keatts in his first season at NC State has a win over Duke and Carolina. As Clemson has the answer, Gabe DeVoe.
And that's a tough shot. Give Elijah Thomas credit right there. Brad Brownell sticking with Thomas with the 2 fouls.
Alston hits from the outside.
Mark Price, Kenny actually was replacing Mark Price. And Mark Price was so good as a player, he showed what Bobby Crimmins was about. It's a big difference when you think New York City point guard.
Okogie drops it off for Gay.
And Josh Okogie finding Gay for the finish as Georgia Tech.
Brad Brownell has had success with the transfer route. DeVoe splits the defense, gets the teardrop. Alston. Alvarado. Counted and one, the foul on Mitchell.
As a freshman, this is a tough league to have success in, especially for a freshman point guard.
Reed, his first field goal, he was 0 for 5.
If they can get the score at halftime, I'm sure the happier he'd be.
Mitchell from the outside with a chance at a 4-point play. Trap. Rebound DeVoe. Trap blocked at the rim by Lammers.
On the perimeter because he's probably better facing up and shooting that 15-footer that he made so consistently last year.
Thomas attacking Lammers, who picks up the foul. DeVoe, he's got 20.
I'm trying to find my way around. You see how they gutted the place, and it's changed just a little bit. I mean, this is wonderful. It's kind of tale of two different stories, but I've always enjoyed my time here. We had a lot of great moments in this arena.
Has that affected the league and college basketball?
Well, I mean, I think sometimes what you have, you get the unique cases with me, Carmelo, LeBron. You have those standouts where it's like, okay, he's a pro, he's gonna play, but then you have the other guys who kind of leave and get picked late. That's just a part of the game. It takes time to mature, but sometimes that pain brings you into a good place. Ooh, that's a nifty move. He's got the up and under post moves. That's good D. Better offense. It's interested in that stuff because it's, it's the present and the future, and it's going to be very important for the workforce.
Before we let you go, the first game without Dante Grantham. The Tigers' leading scorer out for the season with a torn ACL. Mitchell ahead of the pack.
Has had an advantage over Georgia Tech in fast break points in this game. Now 10-0, looking to be 12-0. Clemson.
Lammers driving, and there's the aggressiveness
to try to give Clemson that defensive presence along the baseline.
Mitchell with a three.
But what about the guys that are four-year players or even transfers that become very good college basketball players?
Lammers the long two. He's got 10. Get pass. Reed over Okogie. And Marquise Reed has 7. Gay attacking the freshman Sims. Not that time, but the tip by Okogie. Reed to Thomas, and 11 helpers now for Marquise Reed. Sims over Lammers. Amir Sims put his hands up. He's not sure how that went in. He is 12. Clemson has led by as many as 8. Reed splits the D for 2, and Clemson matches its largest lead of the game. Here is DeVoe. Shot clock at 2. DeVoe beats it. Intercepted by Alvarado. Okogie on the wing. Shot fake. Okogie to the basket. And one! Reed with the answer for Clemson.
They go over 4 points a game in those stretch when it gets to crunch time. By far the Mr. Big Shot of this Clemson team.
Okogie's been Mr. Big Shot down the stretch. Sims from the outside. No good. Georgia Tech can tie with a 2. Gay against Sims. Gay turns around. Gets it back. But it's been number 5 taking over down the stretch.
Well, Okogie putting on one of those performances that makes you think that at some point when Georgia Tech just trailed by 8 just a short time ago.
Tied at 70, Okogie. Reed for the lead. Gets the bounce. Okogie. No good. Clemson basketball.
Be shocked if you see a trap on the ball by Brad Brownell's team.
It's a 1-and-1. He missed the first. Okogie. Alvarado. And Clemson hangs on for a 72-70 road win.